Eagles Entertainment.
I accept the all-in challenge, and the Philadelphia Eagles are all in. We're in the middle of a major humanitarian crisis that's impacting all of us in so many ways. Now more than ever, we need to come together to support and protect those in need.
Welcome, Eagles everywhere, to the Eagles Insider Podcast presented by Lincoln Financial Group. It's Wednesday, and that was Jeffrey Lurie at the top of the show. We'll tell you a little bit more about his challenge in just a bit. Hope everybody's safe and healthy as we get through this very unusual time. We are all in it together, so let's all win together. I'm Eagles Insider Dave Spadaro, and we've got a great show for you. The Eagles getting ready for the 2020 NFL Draft. Isn't everybody going to be glued to their televisions for every single minute of real live sports? Can't wait for this most unusual draft. We have a great podcast for you. We'll hear from Jeffrey Lurie in a bit about his challenge to everyone that we can all take part in for a great cause. We're going to go down a little trip down memory lane. An Eagles flashback. Nick Foles and the Eagles going to Oakland in 2013. And what happened? An NFL record-tying performance from Foles. We'll revisit that in just a bit. We will also meet exclusively with running back Boston Scott, who one of the players who came off the practice squad last season and helped the Eagles win the 2019 NFC East title. But first, let's set things up just a bit for the draft. It starts next Thursday. We know that. We know Roger Goodell, NFL commissioner, is going to be in his basement announcing the picks. Will we hear boos coming off of people's balconies when Goodell is shown on television? I know I'm going to take a listen. Howie Roseman will be in his house, Doug Peterson in his own home, Jeffrey Lurie in his own home. Everybody's going to be remote. It's been a lot of work putting all this together. And on Monday, we're going to go in depth to tell you how it has all come together. But first, I spoke with Roseman just a short time ago, and the Eagles general manager says he thinks that all the work the Eagles have put in, all the preparation, all the cohesiveness that's come together here, all of the collective work will pay dividends next week. He's very much looking forward to a no excuses NFL draft.
We will make do. There's no excuses. There are a lot of people that are going through very difficult times, and for us, you know, we think that this is just an opportunity to give people a distraction and have the draft day, and we need to do our best job.
1 year ago, you probably didn't know Boston Scott. 6 months ago, you heard about him, but you really didn't know much about him. A few months ago, you fell in love with him. A 6th-round draft pick by the New Orleans Saints 3 years ago. Scott came off the practice squad last year and helped the Eagles win the 2019 NFC East title. A whirling dervish in the backfield. A mini Darren Sproles, if you will. He looks forward to 2020 working with Miles Sanders and Elijah Holyfield as he goes through his isolation period in Louisiana. Let's visit with Eagles running back Boston Scott. It is my pleasure to welcome in running back Boston Scott. Boston, you're in Louisiana. I want to see how you're doing, how you're feeling. How's your offseason been?
Yeah, it's been good, man. Just trying my best to stay consistent with it. You know, we have some different circumstances going on, but I'm just doing my best to stay in my routine and help out my family however they need to be helped, you know, because my grandmother was a teacher, my aunt's a teacher, and also my dad was getting therapy. He had a stroke back in 2018, so I've been doing the best that I can to help him with that process. So, but other than that, I've just been trying to stay in my routine.
Boston, it sounds like you've got a lot of responsibility with the family. I mean, during this time, you know, what has this whole coronavirus pandemic meant to you? What is it? What have you learned about yourself?
Definitely that, you know, as you get older, you know, the more that you've been blessed with, the more responsibility comes your way. You know, I've definitely had to schedule my routine in a way where I'm able to get the work that I need to get done. And then also, like I said, be able to be available for other people who might need it. But also, you know, I found that, you know, there's a lot of things in life that we take for granted. You know, there's many freedoms, being able to go to a friend's house or go out to eat, spend time with family at a restaurant or something like that. So I think when all this is said and done, I hope that there's a new appreciation for life and what God has given us. There's definitely a lot of negatives, and I can't imagine going through a situation where one of my loved ones was affected. But there's also positives that you can take from this situation, and like I said, it just gives you some perspective on life.
Boston, here in Philadelphia, it's a big city. We're close to New York City. Everybody's been social distancing now for a month, very aware of the dangers of being outside. I know that Louisiana, and in particular that New Orleans region, has also been a hot spot. Can you describe what this last month has been like for you, and just what you've seen from a really vibrant lifestyle down there to people staying inside and the streets empty?
Yeah, well, I think it definitely didn't help the fact that we were around Mardi Gras. So, we have a lot of people coming in from all over the country, all over the world. So, I mean, it was just prime for becoming just a hot spot for the coronavirus. So, yeah, it's I think it took a little while for people to actually start taking it seriously. Because I think I saw that the governor was talking about, or the mayor was talking about, going proceeding as scheduled with Mardi Gras, just because of the information that was out at the time. It wasn't seen or perceived as a big time threat. So people party, and then whenever they started to actually close down schools, LSU, Southern, schools around this area, people then went to Bourbon Street and started partying on Bourbon Street. So it's just, people didn't really take it seriously. And, now we are where we are. We have, I believe, like the most cases per capita, in the world, so that's pretty alarming. And people are now taking it a little bit more seriously. People are wearing the protective mask. They're coming to grocery stores and they're buying a lot of food. But like I said, overall, I just think that people didn't really take it as seriously at first, and that's why we are where we are. So,
yeah. Hey, prayers to you and to all your loved ones. Stay safe and stay healthy. Let's talk a little football here, Boston.
yeah,
A couple of years ago, this was your pre-draft period, and now we're excited to get you back in Philadelphia for your third season here. Let's put into perspective how far you've come since 2018. How do you feel about things?
I feel good, man. I think that it's really important. And, my story coming up to this point, walking on, having to work my way up through depth charts, I know that nothing's given. Everything is earned. And that's kind of the way that I'm going to continue to approach every single year. I had a good stretch of games there at the end of the season, but I have yet to go through an entire season and be able to produce consistently. So I'm unproven in that aspect, and I realized that 2019 was, it was, given the circumstances, I would consider it, obviously we didn't achieve our goal of winning the Super Bowl, but, as many stories as we saw, from, guys that were able to come out from the practice squad and have that opportunity and contribute to the team in a major way, it was pretty cool to see. But obviously, we want to compete for a Super Bowl. That's the end goal. And so, 2019 is over. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the love. But at the end of the day, I know how this league works. Coaches have film on me. They're going to be able to break me down, and I'm going to have to approach it from ground zero, if I want to be able to continue to be successful and progress. So, I definitely know that it's not going to be an easy task, but I feel like my path to where I'm at now, I'm just going to continue to work.
So if teams spend that much time, and they will, looking at you and saying, hey, we're going to try to figure out a way to slow Boston Scott down, what do you think they're going to try to do to you? You think they're going to try to get physical with you, come out of the backfield? I mean, how will they play you? How will they try to take that space away from you?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, man. And, I think I could see at some point, them starting to use safeties on me. I kind of saw that against Dallas towards the end of the year. They started bringing down, I think his name is Jeff Heath. They started bringing him down on top of me whenever I was in the slot or in space. So I could definitely see them changing personnel as far as, who's covering me. A more athletic guy, But as far as technique, I'm not really sure, because your boy's ready for whatever. So
I do not
but
doubt that at all. Hey, you'll never take this for granted, right? I mean, you don't walk on in college, have to earn a scholarship and say, I've had a good few games in 2019. I've arrived in the NFL. That'll never be in your mindset, will it?
Nope.
Why is that?
Not at all. Because, man, like I said, I just know the nature of the beast, man. It's the moment that you get complacent that I feel that, it all comes crashing back down on you, Sorry, that's my dog.
Oh, you got a little doggy there, huh?
Yeah,
show
yeah.
Us, can you take your laptop and show us your dog? You got a little puppy down there?
Come here.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, come here, buddy. Oh. He's actually gotten pretty big.
Oh, he's a beauty. What is it?
He is a mix. He's like pit and lab.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Dax. He's bad. We're getting to those terrible twos.
Mr. Dax.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I guess the idea of being complacent. I mean, Deuce probably hammers that in your head. Never get complacent, ever, ever.
Yeah, because that's where you mess up, man. Because I mean, whenever you think that you have arrived, man, there's somebody out there that's working that much more harder. They're always looking, and even in the organization, their job is literally to find someone that's better than you and to replace you. So that's why I talk about, my career and, the path leading up to the NFL is really prepared me for, what the NFL is. And it's each year you have to prove yourself again and again and again. Like I said, 2019 is over, so in my mind, I still haven't reached the standard that I want to reach, and there's still plenty of mistakes that I made last year that I definitely need to build on and get better from and learn from. So I just know that, this is the top level, man. And it's hard every year to win a game, so I got to do whatever I can to just continue to prove myself.
At the same time, Boston, it must have given you some confidence. I don't know, you tell me. I know you'll have a lot of confidence already, but to go out and do it as you did it, what did that mean for you in terms of your belief that you knew you could do it, but it's different than actually going out and doing it in the NFL?
Yeah, man. I just think, like I said in the past, man, every rep that I got out there, I would feel a little bit more comfortable, feel a little bit better. Things started to really slow down. Because I mean, like I said earlier in the year, I made some mistakes. But then again, Deuce and Coach Stout, Coach Doug P, they just really all, and Carson, guys that I look up to, the older guys on the team, they just told me, man, just, enjoy the moment. Don't worry about the next play. Don't worry about the last play. Just focus on where you're at. Be present on that one play and do your job to the best of your ability, and that's what I really tried to work on. D Sproles was right there in my ear, right there in my corner all year, really just spreading that wisdom and teaching me. And, I'm really thankful for that. But, it's really just locking in and being present, because I can definitely overanalyze things at times. And once I really started to just open up and just play, play with the talents that God blessed me with, I was able to really relax and just play.
Boston, you went from a player who, I mean, let's be honest, a lot of fans didn't know about you, to somebody who was enormously popular at the end of the season. And I wonder, what was that like for you? How did you handle all of the attention and all of the fans who were trying to be part of your world?
Yeah, well, I do enjoy myself here and there, but honestly, it was kind of overwhelming because I got so many notifications on my phone. I had to turn my notifications for social media off. So I got that off, but man, I just know how this thing works. I know the culture, sports at the end of the day. Like I said, I love the support. I love the love, but sports is a performance culture. You know what I'm saying? And, while you're high, everybody's going to love you. But, when you're low, so I just try and stay even keel, man. I just try and stay level headed, because I know that, like I said, the moment that you get complacent, the moment that you get arrogant or cocky, God will humble you, and so I just try and stay even keel with it all. Like I appreciate the support, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do my job.
Boston is a pretty young, very talented group at this point in the running back room with you, with Miles, with Elijah Holyfield. Can you talk about the three of you and how you all work so well together and play off of each other's strengths?
Yeah, man, I think, I think we all have great talent. I think we're all hard workers. Being able to see Elijah, the little bit that I did, I can definitely see that there's a lot of potential there, and I'm excited to see him put the pads on and go out there and show the coaching staff what he can do. And everybody knows what Miles can do, man. And, I'm just looking at whatever role. At the end of the day, I think what's so special about that room is, whenever Jordan was there, it didn't matter who was there, the common theme was we just wanted to contribute in whatever way that we could. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that looked like, nobody was griping about, I'm not getting this or that. I'm not getting that or that, whatever. At the end of the day, we just want to win. We just want to help out the team the best way that we can. And whatever that looks like, we trust in the coaching staff. We trust in Deuce. We trust in Doug P. We trust that, they're going to put us in positions to succeed. And, whoever's out there, that's the best player. That's the best person for the situation. So that's really all it is. And everybody's on board with that. Dudes are selfless. So that's all you really need in a room.
Boston, we fell in love with the spin move. You're the spin master. How do you take that? How do you take that move to another level? Is there another level in that spin?
Yeah, man. I think that going back and looking at film, things technique wise, there's some things that I can definitely work on as far as being in control of my body. Some things are, definitely instinctual. But I think the biggest thing is just working on body control, and not being out of control whenever I'm at top speed, So just like I said, just continuing to work my craft, get tips, watch film. We've had a lot of greats come through, Brian Westbrook, LaShawn McCoy, Jordan Matt, like a lot of, Ryan Matthews, but a lot of guys that came through and that were successful, So just being able to watch them, Sproles, obviously. It's like a given. I almost forget to bring them up, but just watching guys like that and where their success came from. That's kind of what I study and what I look at, and then I work on things on my own, to make sure that I'm in control of my body, at all times.
Boston, the draft of 2018, you were a 6th-round pick by the Saints. What was the experience like? It must have been. We talked about it way back when, but now that the draft is right around the corner, do you think about it at all? How great that experience was?
Yeah, it was a cool experience, man, because it was my birthday weekend, first off. So that was my birthday weekend. It was day 3. So it was, I believe that's the day after my birthday. But I had just left a birthday dinner with my family and friends. And it was funny because the girl that I was with at the time, her dad kept saying, he was a big time Saints fan. He just kept on saying, "Oh, the Saints going to get you here." And it was like 2nd round. I was like, chill out, bro. Like, get my hopes up. But he was like, Saints going to get him here. Saints going to get him here. And I remember I talked to my strength and conditioning coach, Kurt Hester at Louisiana Tech, about, my projection and whatever. And really the thing that we were focusing on was like, you're going to get an opportunity somewhere. You just got to make the most of it. Like getting drafted, all that was kind of like, that was a dream of mine. But at the end of the day, like just being real, my size and then, 1 to 2 years of, being able to be productive, being behind Kenneth Dixon, who went in the 4th round whenever he was drafted. The resume wasn't great, you know what I'm saying? So, just being able to be drafted in the 6th round, it was wild. It was wild. I couldn't, I got hot because I saw a 504 number, and I didn't really know if it was like a family member because I got family in New Orleans, so I didn't know if it was like a family member, like some long lost aunt or uncle that was calling me up or something. But I answered the call. And it was Sean P. and Mickey Loomis and all those cats. So yeah, I mean it was a cool experience, man. It was definitely a dream come true.
Time flies, Boston. You're a veteran, man. 3 years in the league. You're the veteran of the Eagles running back room.
Oh man. Yeah, man, it's wild. It's wild, yeah. But I mean, the experiences that I've been through definitely have helped, where I'm at now. And, I'm just hoping that I'm able to be the leader that, those guys need if that's what I need to be. You know what I'm saying? So whatever that looks like, I'm prepared for it.
Boston, any tips for television that you're watching or any books, anything that we can take and help ourselves get through this time?
Well, there's a good read there's a series that I'm on right now. It's called, because I mean, there's so much going on in the world right now. I just like kind of getting away. You know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can get the book. Where's the book? But anyway, so I just finished. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So I just finished book 3. But book 4, this is called Pendragon. I don't know if this is backwards, but it's called Pendragon, and basically it's like a fantasy. It's like a fantasy series about time traveling, and there's like a turning point on every territory that these protagonists have to come through and change. And there's this bad guy that's trying to make all the territories like go into chaos so he can take over the world, basically, and stuff like that. So just kind of nerded out on you, but it's literature.
That's good nerd stuff. We're all nerds. You're a sci-fi guy, huh?
I mean, yeah. Growing up, my dad liked watching like Star Wars. My mom likes to watch sci-fi type stuff. So it was just kind of always around. So I like a little bit of everything, though.
Now, Boston, are you by yourself, you and the dog, during this time? Or are you with your family during this quarantine time?
Yeah, so I have a friend of mine that stays here because I know, like I said, I know how the NFL works, right? So I wanted to get kind of a home base because I have all this stuff here. I didn't want to have to move my stuff from place to place to place to place over and over again, because you never know what might happen. So I have a house here in Louisiana that is kind of my home base, and then I have just the apartment in Philadelphia. But I have a friend here that stays here, and he kind of watches my stuff while I'm gone. And he also needed a place to stay too. So I was just like, hey, you can come on, you can chill here. As long as you watch my stuff, nobody walks up out of here with anything, we're good. So, yeah.
That sounds good, man. Hey, listen, thank you so much, Boston. Hope to see you soon at the NovaCare Complex. You getting your workouts in, right? You feeling good?
Oh, yeah. Every day. Well, not every day. Lord, don't let Deuce see that. But I'm working out 5 days a week, and I got recovery on Wednesdays. So, yeah, I'm definitely staying in a routine and staying in shape, because I know whenever it's potentially, whenever things come back, it's gonna be time to go.
Yeah, can't wait to see you, Boston. Thank you so much, man. Be safe, be healthy.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
All right, brother. Take care, my man. Take care. Thank you so much.
All right.
At the top of the podcast, Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie issued a challenge. Here it is in full.
I accept the all-in challenge, and the Philadelphia Eagles are all in. We're in the middle of a major humanitarian crisis that's impacting all of us in so many ways. Now more than ever, we need to come together to support and protect those in need. I've been incredibly inspired by so many individuals and organizations who are already sacrificing of themselves to serve others, and now I'm all in with a special opportunity. As we know, winning the Super Bowl created so many incredible memories. One of the most meaningful for me was the play many of us remember called the Philly Special.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
It was at the end of the first half, and our running back took the snap. He flipped over to the tight end, who ran to his right and passed in the end zone to our quarterback for a touchdown. It was a very special play. Now, I want to give one of you the chance to design and run the next great play in Eagles history. Start by visiting us at training camp to work with our coaches to design and perfect the play and then teach it to the team during practice. Then join the coaches at a preseason game to call your play from the sidelines, directly call it into the quarterback. So if it's a really dynamic play, then you know what? We'll probably use it again next time we're in the Super Bowl. Just go to allinchallenge.com, and now I challenge Jerry Jones, our respected rival in the Dallas Cowboys, to join me by going all in.
And now we turn back the clock. It's time for the Eagles Flashback. On November 3rd, 2013, Chip Kelly took his Philadelphia Eagles in to play the Oakland Raiders. And what happened? Remarkable. Nick Foles, touchdown pass after touchdown pass.
Top of your screen, Foles looking in the end zone, throws there, touchdown Eagles! Zach Ertz, the rookie from Stanford. The quarterback, it becomes helmet to helmet. Wide open, LaShawn McCoy dashing to the end zone. Foles is going deep sideline. Deshaun Jackson is alone for another Eagle touchdown.
When it was all finished, Foles had completed 22 of 28, 406 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 of them to Riley Cooper. He compiled a perfect quarterback rating, and he etched his name for the first time, but not the last. As we know, 2018 specifically, Super Bowl 52, Foles would again become part of history. But on this day, 7 touchdown passes, the Eagles throttled the Oakland Raiders 49-20. And everybody was raving about Foles that day. In the locker room afterward, he just got into the flow of the game and got hot. Here's Nick Foles after making history.
You just try to stay steady because you just want to keep going. No matter if you're doing good or bad or whatever, you just try to forget about the last play and keep grinding. I didn't want to lose my mentality that I started the game with, so I had no clue how many touchdowns I had thrown or anything. We were able to spread the ball around, but you got to look at the key components that went through it. You know, the O-line blocking, guys running great routes, making huge catches. So it's a special moment for the organization, but it's special for all our teammates. We just got to keep getting on the right path.
For Cooper, it was, a breakout game. For him, it earned him a contract. Never quite lived up to that contract, but for a day, Riley Cooper was a superstar on the football field. He talks about the unbelievable offensive performance.
He always has poise. He always has confidence. And, that's what you need in your quarterback. So he handled it great. He's a winner at heart. It's definitely fun when you feel like you're contributing, So that's the biggest thing. I don't want, 1,000 yards every game. I don't want multiple touchdowns or touchdowns every game. I just want to contribute and be there for my teammates. And, that's what I want to do.
Same with Deshaun Jackson, Eagles wide receiver, who had a touchdown catch and more than 150 receiving yards. Extremely impressed with the way Foles and the Eagles offense operated in Oakland.
Honestly, man, it's a good team effort, bro. Everybody came out this week and, just played. We was able to come out here and get a lot of success. Nick Foles did a great job. So, this is a big game for us to come out here, and we definitely need to win.
And there you have it. That is our Eagles flashback. Nick Foles, an NFL record-tying 7 touchdown passes. Finally, on this Eagles Insider podcast, a moment to remember 3 former Eagles who have passed away recently. Great players, certainly pillars in the community, and they left a lasting impression in the NFL. On the game, the league, the way they played, everything. We remember running back, kick returner, Timmy Brown.
Timmy Brown has just the lever with which to boost the score. A loping gait carries him around left end for a touchdown. The score, the Eagles 27, the Cardinals 20.
Place kicker, Tom Dempsey.
He's trying a 63-yard field goal. Not only will Tom Dempsey hits this one, he's got a very slight wind at his back. He'll set a National Football League record in addition to winning the game. I don't believe this. It's good! I don't believe it! The field goal attempt was good from 63 yards away!
And Pete Retzlaff.
You know, it's been a good life, really, it has. I mean, you raise a family, the kids go to school, you try to do what you can for your community. So it's just been an opportunity to play a very, what I think maybe a small, but a very vital role for yourself when you're no longer on the field. And I'm content just to have the memories that don't fade. I'll still be running pass patterns when I'm on my deathbed. You know, I'll be thinking of how you can do it better. That's what I'll be.
Both Brown and Retzlaff are in the Eagles Hall of Fame. They are gone, but not forgotten. Thanks to Ray Doyle. Thanks to Peter Kelly. Thanks to Buffy Gorilla for putting all this work together. Thanks to all of you for joining us here on the Eagles Insider Podcast presented by Lincoln Financial Group. If you have a moment to drop us a rating on the Apple Podcast, please do so. We love to see those 5 stars. More coming your way as we get ready for the 2020 NFL Draft. On Monday, a deep, deep dive into the preparations as the Eagles get ready to get this team to the top once again of the NFC East and back into the playoffs in 2020. Thanks, everyone. Have yourselves a great Eagles day. Fly, Eagles, fly. And stay safe and healthy out there.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!